All heart, all metrics, or the sweet spot? Which one are you? What if your biggest strength, empathy, was also your biggest leadership blind spot? So in this chapter, we explore where you land on the empathy spectrum and what that means for your leadership legacy. This chapter is about naming what we often leave unspoken, the emotional posture we carry into every room. We each fall somewhere along the empathy spectrum. You have the overgiver, you have the transactionalist, or the balanced leader. So early in my career, I was the overgiver. I knew my patients' birthdays, honey, their children's names, even what flavor of ice cream they loved. But I didn't know my own capacity. I gave and gave until there was nothing left. Others I knew led from the other extreme. They were like the transactionalist, brilliant, efficient, and emotionally distant. They hit every metric but failed to build trust. Then you have your balanced leader, someone who harmonizes empathy and strategy, care, and clarity. They listen without losing sight of the mission. They make people feel seen, and they also deliver results. Well, this spectrum isn't about labeling, it's about insight, okay? Until we know our default mode, we cannot grow beyond it. Here's how you can start shifting into balanced leadership. Number one, audit. Audit your interactions. Are you spending more time rescuing or responding? Check your emotional fatigue. Then two, anchor with intention. Begin meetings or rounds with a moment of grounding. Take a deep breath, a mantra or a check-in. Three, set one boundary. Protect your energy. Say no. That's an act of self-leadership. So now let's explore the powerful reflection questions from this chapter. As you listen, please pause when needed. Let your answers come from a place of honesty, not performance. Number one, do you find it difficult to say no, even when it's at the expense of your own health or time? Think about the last time you said yes out of guilt or fear. What was the cost? What would a loving no have looked like? A loving no. Number two, have you noticed that your empathy sometimes leads to emotional exhaustion? Empathy isn't infinite. It requires stewardship. How are you replenishing what you pour out? Number three, what boundaries could you put in place to protect your energy while still showing care? Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors with intentional access. What's one conversation, ritual, or time block you can put in place this week? Four, what practices or habits help you balance empathy and efficiency? Do you have a reset routine, something that brings you back to center while you're feeling pulled too far in one direction? Number five, are there areas where you feel pulled more strongly in one direction than the other? Leadership isn't linear. You may be balanced at work, but overgiving at home. Where's the tension showing up the most? Number six, how do you model this balance for others in your workplace or in your practice? Because your team, they watch. They watch your behavior more than they hear your words. So how are you showing them what sustainable empathy looks like? Number seven, do you find yourself focusing more on tasks and metrics than on the people behind them? When was the last time you looked past the chart and into the eyes of the person behind it? Number eight, have you ever received feedback that you come across as cold or detached? If so, what's underneath that detachment? Burnout? Is it fear? Is it perfectionism? And what would it look like to be just 10% more open and vulnerable? 9, What small shifts could you make to bring more humanity into your work? It does not have to be grand. Eye contact, a handwritten note, a sincere "how are you?" Really, how are you? Wherever you land on the empathy spectrum today, know this: you're not stuck there. Self-awareness is the first step. Intention is the second. And this course is your invitation to move with both. Next up is a deeper look into the invisible forces shaping our leadership, the cost of a transactional mindset. See you in chapter 3. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. And if you found this episode impactful, drop a comment below and share it with a fellow doctor, or anyone really, who needs a little more heart in their hustle. I'd love to hear what resonated with you. Until next time, stay grounded, stay human, always human first, doctor second. See you soon. Bye-bye. Cheers.